You know what? My palms are starting to sweat. I'm having PTSD because the two times that we have filmed the podcast in this corner, the second being now, and the first one was before that fateful day when
It was a great episode, but
absolutely cooked by Ricky Banks.
Any publicity is good publicity.
What's his last name? Banksington or something? Banks.
I don't know.
Hey Siri. No, she don't know that yet. It's something like very regal, bro.
Well, he's from like the Plymouth area. His grandfather probably was there when they found that rock.
They were probably one of the witches, the
Salem witch.
Yeah, maybe Ricky Banks' real name. I know it's Bankston. I thought it was cooler than that.
Bankston.
Holy shit, Ricky, you're 32? Damn, I got beat by an old man.
Yeah.
I turned 32 in 2 weeks. Yeah. All right.
We're close, bro.
We're back in the saddle. Me and Jack, by the way, are both wearing the brand new Adidas 100 Thieves champion jersey. This thing looks clean.
Yeah, when I saw you wearing this on your stream, I was like, okay, this is my favorite jersey ever. How do I get one? And I did not realize that apparel had already dropped it off at my house, and it was at my front door.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It is it's really so nice.
The triple stripes, man, they just do something to anybody that's wearing them.
Oh, they pop in this color too.
Yeah. Well, somebody in my chat, who was a first-time chatter,
here we go.
gives you a notification that gold is off-brand. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Gold isn't off-brand for anybody.
No.
Championship aura.
Gold ain't off-brand when we got some of the biggest events coming up in esports, because the esports calendar in late July is already coming to a close.
Dude, I'm so excited. I feel like Ethan from NRG. I feel terrible. He's a byproduct of the terrible VCT schedule, which, we've complained a lot about. But I've heard that it will get better for next year. But, I mean, the guy probably played like 9 matches in the course of like 3 months, and now NRG's season's completely over. A bunch of teams from America's, obviously. I don't know why Ethan got picked out of the hat there, but
so I'm slightly out of the loop on where we're at in Valorant. So we face Sentinels as we're filming this later today.
Yeah,
if we win this,
we go into the double elimination bracket for the stage 2 playoffs.
If we lose this, we're over.
No, so we're technically not over even if we lose, but it's all dependent on how stage 2 plays out.
Okay.
So it would be, in my opinion, worst case scenario if we lost to Sentinels, and it's a bummer that these first 2 matches, I think Cloud9 plays Crew, we play Sentinels, and once we get done with today, it goes to double elimination. But Leviathan is already secured for champs. Us and Sentinels, since we both won, we are kind of neck and neck in points. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. There's been a lot of like crazy ifs and then this happened. So I don't know exactly, but it's not completely over even if we lose today.
Right,
but
man,
astronomical odds.
You're going to be watch partying it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that won't be stressful at all.
Oh, I'm going to tweak.
Yeah.
Every match that I've watch partied like this year, for some reason, like the fact that we actually made it to Shanghai and those matches were so early in the morning, like 1 and 5 a.m., it didn't feel as there wasn't as much pressure just because we made it there. It's been such a stark difference compared to what we've had to deal with, but it's definitely not been a great time for us to be slumping a little bit.
Yeah.
The boys keep showing moments of like that form that we had a month ago, which is crazy to say. I hate esports for the sole fact, like the same thing happened to Sentinels. They won Madrid, then they come back. They didn't even qualify for like the stage 1 that we ended up winning. And we kind of have now dealt with the same thing where we don't look bad. We just kind of look flat-footed, and we don't look as dominant as we once did. We've lost like Bind 4 times since at Shanghai. I feel like that match versus Heretics kind of broke us because Bind was our map pick. We should have beat them. It was a close game. And then we go to their map pick, which was it? I think it was Sunset. Oh, yeah, we got like basically 13-0'd. So,
dude, I was
good
watching,
times.
We were watching
good
the other
times.
day for that map 1 and swimming in the pool. watching the game on my TV, and I was like, does that
Hold up. You just casually said pool and TV.
I have like a little angle into my house that I can kind of see the TV for my pool, and I had the Valorant match on full blast, and I was like, did the caster just say that Cryo's 17-0?
He was dominating, and then he tried to push A main with just
with a rifle.
Yeah, me and Tarek were pissed because it could have been like a world breaking record.
Yeah,
but it's funny. I really miss like the old meta of Valorant where they had like a 2 duelist meta. So, something about like the Jet op just made Valorant easier to watch because the observers normally had like a hot spot of where to spectate. Dude, I played this game all fucking day.
Yeah.
And I still sometimes struggle to follow what's actually happening because they're just switching POVs so quickly. It's kind of a bummer. Like, you really got to stare at the minimap to understand what's going on. And if you don't play the game at all, and I feel this way, I can't imagine what others feel like with just all the util going on. And it's pretty jarring.
Yeah, and it's also so challenging because it's crazy how much of an insane level of knowledge you need to have to be a great spectator.
Yeah.
And that's why like the Call of Duty League guys like Paradox got really good because they did every event 4 years and became masters at it.
Yeah.
That when they were doing some budget cuts there, I remember being so scared. I'm like, people don't realize how good these observers have really gotten for Call of Duty. Like, and when we were actually watching that Valorant match, there was a couple of times where we're like, dude, what is even going on? We're just swapping and watching death cams, or it's when you try to do too much and see every little bit of action. It's
I honestly,
it's a tough job.
To this day, I wish they would have like a paywall in the sense that you pay like $4.99 a month, like a Twitch sub, even though they just increased prices, and you could just watch individual players' feeds the entire time. Because like when I watched last night, I'm in my Valorant era again, so I'm watching people play, just trying to learn what high-level players are doing to get better.
Yeah.
And it's so enjoyable to watch as one person go through the arc of like the entire game, and they don't have to switch at all.
Yeah.
I just feel like with production at this point, I mean, it would probably be tough logistically, but if I could just pay to watch, like, just switching back and forth between like Cryo and Bang and Asuna, so I can really have the control that I want.
I'm like 99% sure they had that for the LCS at one point, and then they went away from it. But I think that it would actually be more successful in Valorant because there's one less agents. So like when there's a meta, it's not as, there's a value. If you're a Jet player, you're going to see a Jet in probably 90% of your games. You want to watch the Jet only POV. Like it's not like League where you're going to have a bit more variety there. That I think that would be so cool to be able to watch and see. And if you're similar play style to an IGL to Busio and hearing and seeing what he does, like if you could hear live what happens, dude, I'm in on that.
See this motherfucker Busio posting a photo with this Twitter girl or TikTok girl, Sophie Rain.
And I don't even know how that. Apparently, someone said they went to high school together, or I don't know if that was made up.
No, apparently they are like childhood friends.
Life's crazy.
Life is crazy,
Life
bro.
is crazy.
They're like, I'm streaming there. Busio's tweet. I'm like, all right, let me pull this fucking thing up. My jaw dropped to the floor. I'm like, what is going on?
And then, whose jersey was that? Was that Busio's? Like,
bro, I got to tip it because I was on Twitter later that night, and I just swipe up on my For You page, and all of a sudden I see Sentinels. They got Sophie Rain. We've got Johnny Sins. He had a Sentinels jersey on. You could see his name.
Bro.
He had the name tag on the back too. Like, was that Photoshop, or did they get someone to do that off like Fiverr?
Oh, they 100% did a cameo. Because I think he does He 100% does cameo. I've seen Johnny Sins cameos.
Those motherfuckers
I've seen a lot about Johnny Sins. Man, speaking of Johnny Sins, I'm happy our boy Sketch is back and fully on it.
Yeah.
Was that a crazy transition?
No, not really. I mean,
I was watching.
No, it's definitely a relevant and current gaming topic.
He walked into Max's. Like the guy from FaZe, Max's stream was like, his girl was there that he was doing some therapy session with, and he's like, I'm Max's boyfriend, and Max is like, yo, dude, I'm happy he's embracing it, and it's what you have to do. Like in that scenario, he did nothing wrong. People want to fully support him. Everyone loves Sketch, and I haven't really talked about it on my stream because I've been gone, but I'm happy to see him thriving. Bro, he did a hashtag ad for EA Football, and had 90,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Whatever EA was paying, it was not enough.
No, he leaned into it, which is exactly what has to be done. I mean, that's the quickest way to disarm the internet is to lean into whatever controversy that you might be in. Obviously, it's very different contextually compared to other drama that people get into, but I agree with you. Like, I don't think he did anything wrong, and I'm glad that the internet like truly rallied around him.
Yeah.
Because I said it once, I'll say it again. It's, there's been a lot of people that have gotten famous on the internet like overnight. It happens more now than we've ever seen before. Like the Hawk 12 girl is the Hawk, spit on that thing, stroke that thing, cuzzo.
That's what I want to do.
It's
what? My bad. My shit.
Damn, oh, you're coming different today.
My shit lag.
But he really just owned it, and everybody had his back. And I've seen people get into popularity very quickly, and the only clips I've ever seen of him just saying hello to people that come up to him. He don't ego anybody. He just seems like a genuinely nice kid. It's always that TikTok comment, we made the right person famous.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those instances. And I'm glad that he came back to the FaZe house in LA. I was taking a dump this morning, and I saw Stable Ronaldo. I actually love that kid. He's definitely like the definition of the high school class clown. Like I saw this.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about it too with this clip of Ninja talking about I don't know how much longer I have in my streaming career, and I think he was kind of alluding to what streaming has turned into with all these IRL kids. It seems like a new generation has sort of come into their own, and I feel like gaming has taken a bit of a back seat in terms of popularity.
Yeah.
It's like if you actually just look at the last 10 years of streaming and the arc that it's been on and how many different moments that we've had, primarily it's been all releases of the most iconic games that we've had up until this point. It's like we started with H1Z1, then we went to PUBG, then we went to Fortnite, then we went to Warzone, then we went to Among Us, then we went to, what else was there? We had a Fall Guys, Only Up.
Lethal Company did decent.
And now it's just the only clips that I see of streaming really are IRL.
Oh, yeah.
And that shift has been pretty strange, I would say, for a lot of us older heads that have been streaming for a long time. But I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing. I just think that's what the internet is going to be. Things will constantly change and evolve. And it's certainly, if you would have asked me like 6, 7, 8 years ago, I would have said Twitch has kind of turned into what I didn't like about high school. Like it was, I went on the internet and played video games to get away from like the clicks of everything and the popularity and the circles and just whatnot. But now that I'm a little older, I feel like so far removed from it. I've got my nice little pocket of the internet. I'm sure you probably feel the same way. I'm unbothered by the fact that there are things that are now more, people are more interested in them other than the thing that I started doing or the thing that I'm doing now. I mean, maybe I would feel different if my viewership had plummeted, like when I went over to MLG TV and Rice Gum like was calling girls on Discord and he wasn't even playing games, and I'm like, dude, I can't fucking compete with this.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. It's like every generation's got to find their thing, and these kids have found their thing, and I'm not going to hate on that.
Bro, I was looking where you're at from a sub count perspective. I think you're like 14th on Twitch or 15th on Twitch.
I was. It's Hindenburg, bro. It's going down.
Okay, well, still.
I'm yelling
either way,
timber.
in North America,
this blimp's on fire.
In North America, you were like 5th. And then in North America, of gaming streamers, I think you were like 2nd. Of people who actually play games. And I had this thought, I'm like, dude, just people that just sign on and play games every day, really just play games every day, like truly just sign on and play a game is, from a viewership and sub count and things perspective, it's actually way more rare at the top now than it used to be. Like, dude,
for sure.
All that we just did, my whole career for the last 6 years has just been sign on with the boys, play whatever game we're playing, get our clips and content from it. And, you know, I think I'm going to be having a big transitional window coming up with the end of my YouTube contract stuff. And, you know, it's been seen now that all other YouTube-only streamers are now branching away from YouTube or multi-streaming, which I definitely think I'll be around the November time. Is like, all right, what do I want this to be?
Kind of makes me happy to think the idea of Jack going to be broadcasting to Twitch every now and again.
Yeah, I'm kind of coming up with like a plan of what I want. And I'll probably bounce some of these ideas off you, but it's just like, I think I'm still going to multi-stream and would still do like the cream of the crop Fortnite stuff between a multi-stream of Twitch and YouTube and probably TikTok. But then like once I get my few hours of 4 hours, 5 hours of Fortnite done, my thing is right now I want to play more. But if I play Valorant on YouTube, it just, the YouTube, the way YouTube works, it just doesn't succeed on there when my audience is so Fortnite heavy.
Yeah, I
you know what I'm saying?
That.
And I feel like I'm
100%.
griefing my channel. And that's one thing I do miss about Twitch, where it's like, dude, Tim's title on Twitch for 2.5 years before he went to YouTube was fat. That was his title. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, if you're in that left side feed, people just see Nadeshot live. Tyler One's titles aren't even in English. Go read Tyler One's titles when he plays League of Legends. They don't even make sense, but they just see Tyler One live, click.
I completely agree. I mean, I streamed on YouTube before like all the contract wars happened. Like me and Big Timer playing like Counter-Strike and Rainbow Six Siege back in like 2015, 2016. And the reason why YouTube streaming never really appealed to me, other than their uncapped bit rate, so you could really stream in 4K, especially nowadays, not with what we have available to us. Everybody's got, a lot of people have fiber in the US. You know, we got AV1 coming hopefully soon to like OBS. Like YouTube is set up from a software perspective better than Twitch could ever be.
Oh, yeah.
But the site is just, you don't have to think about anything. Like I changed my go live message and my title, like you said, and that's it. On YouTube, you got to fucking, it's basically like you're uploading a YouTube video. You got a thumbnail, title. And if you're not doing what is specifically meant for your channel, the discoverability is just terrible.
Yeah, and look, obviously, I think you have the highest of peaks on YouTube streaming. Like when there's a big event, when there's a trending game, YouTube is second to none. And
Yeah.
we've seen that with Fortnite events. I mean, dude, when my Black Ops, when they did the Cold War reveal in Warzone 1, I think back on it now, I had 136,000 viewers because no one else was streaming on YouTube, and I was the person doing the Call of Duty event on YouTube.
Oh, turn up.
Among Us, that Among Us month was insane on YouTube. But then when there's not a trending game and when things are kind of at their lull, it's the audience on there is more fickle too, where when they're getting fed their 40 different videos that your stream's competing with, when it's not the hot trending thing that people want to go into every day, you kind of begin to lose that recommended battle because
Yeah.
the YouTube recommended system is so good, you know? But I'm excited, I think, to just care a bit less, especially with Twitch stuff coming. Like I look and I see how much, you're thriving with things, and some of these other guys on Twitch who just kind of play their main thing and then, all right, let's go play whatever we want. I'm excited to do that a bit more. I just care too much about YouTube, like
No,
from
I know
a
what you
performance perspective.
Yeah, it's like you spend all that time like building up for the last few years. It's hard to even warrant spending time on anything else. Like that's the thing for me, where I wanted to pick your brain and have quite a bit on YouTube, and you're the best person to talk to about YouTube. And I definitely respect how serious you take your business and make time for the things that are necessary to keep that business growing, because I've been doing this live streaming thing for like the last 6 months, and I have spent 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day streaming on Twitch, and it's just so easy for me. And then when I'm done with it, I get offline, and I should be like on McGowan, who's a full-time employee for me now, like getting YouTube up and moving forward.
fried.
But I'm not, dude, I'm just done. I want to hang out with Gracie and Haley, and it's been super rewarding because I didn't realize that Twitch, like as a platform, depending on the size of your stream, can really be the only thing that you need. But it's, it's tough. I hate getting granular about creator shit on the podcast, because I'm like, if I'm sitting at home listening, do I really care about all that this much? But then when I talk about it on my stream, people are pretty interested about the way people's minds are ticking. Like for Twitch, for instance, did you see, first of all, Twitch, I got to be honest with you, because the same thing happened to me during my 24-hour stream. Everybody is doing React content now. Everybody's got like a desktop display capture for their computer.
Oh, yeah.
And when you click from the top right, you click your username, and then you just click stream dashboard.
Yeah.
Brother, it like gives you like a blurb of how much money you've made this week. FaZe Lacey, his shit leaked.
Now, I actually, it's funny you're bringing this up. I talked with Mason about this, but
I'm
go
like,
ahead.
bro, why do you have that? Why do they even have this here?
Right,
if I
right
want to
there,
see the fucking money I'd make, I'd go into the 4 goddamn things I got to click to get there. Like, I don't need this here.
Because that first thing he showed, like the first time he showed it, it was like 20 6,000 and was like real. The next time he showed it, like the next day or whatever, he got that clip where he went to it. Oh my God, it was there. And he went right away. And it said like 58,000. Mason was talking to me about this because I was with Mason the last 2 days. He was like, Mason was like, I'm like 95% sure that's inspect element. And I'm like, what? That looked real to me. He's like, well, yeah, because if you look, it only says he got like 5K more than last week. And the day before, his clip was like 23K. So people think that like he was trying to clip farm 60K a week on Twitch. That's what Mason was saying. Now that's his tinfoil hat.
Wait, Mason might be...
Because it like was a 1 day difference.
A fucking nerd.
Dude, Mason is a nerd. Mason watches everything. Dude.
Yo, that's actually crazy. I didn't even think about that because I'm not going to lie. When I saw that clip after I got off stream, I'm like, dude, is that ad revenue that crazy? Because he averages like 15, 16,000
I mean, he did
viewers.
a 24-hour stream sometime that week. I'm not saying, but, dude, Lacey's crushing. I'm not throwing any. Like, Mason thinks, and then I saw it. I'm like, wait, that does make some sense. And these guys are so good at clip farming and knowing what they're doing that I would totally see an inspect element. And bro, I should fucking throw up my stream and just inspect element a YouTube analytics page of like $6 million for the last 30 days and have people believe that.
Honestly, bro, if they
viral.
inspect elemented that, these guys are better at fucking click farming than I ever thought they could be, bro. I really can't. That is inspirational. That is generational. Yo, Lacey, deadass, the only interaction I had with you is you walking into the Founding Fathers land, walking straight up to me and saying, Banks is going to fuck you or something.
Oh, dude.
And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And now all I've seen is these clips.
We had this one clip.
I don't even know what's real or not anymore. I think the girlfriend thing is, I feel like truly, I feel like we're Fox News and CNN. Like we are the old people talking about this kid. I don't know why I'm looking directly into the camera for this, but like his girl was basically cheating on him at the same time and his cameraman knew about it.
No, that seemed 100% real.
Let me say this, bro. And even people like Jinxie, I feel bad for these guys that somebody like Jinxie, this is the best example I can give, I think. You know, this kid and anybody that kind of comes up through gaming, fame comes when you least expect it. And for him, like, he was averaging like 100,000 people watching him just play Rainbow Six Siege. And I was following him on TikTok. He just blew up, how everybody's blowing up nowadays. And to have to go through relationship type shit, in front of this many people when you're already sort of like on a different timeline than a normal kid goes through when they're in high school, you know, going to school dances, having your first, you know, man to female interactions. Like,
what a way to describe that. Man to female.
I'm not on my A game. My point that I'm trying to make is that for me, I kind of see myself in a lot of these kids because, you know, I went to video games because I wasn't having those interactions in person. And I found the thing that I liked and I got lucky, whatever. That doesn't matter. But to have to go through such deeply rooted emotions with, you know, the opposite sex in front of hundreds of thousands of people that are judging every decision that you make and everything that happens, for the world to just fucking berate it and dissect it, those are literally the most intimate, like, emotions that you could feel. And now everybody is having like a parasocial relationship with it. Like, bro, all this stuff with Jinxie and Clicks and like, I don't know who this Brecky Hill girl is, but there is a photo that Clicks tweeted out. They're supposed to do a boxing match. And in the past, like, Clicks signed her boobs in like permanent marker. And now this thing has gotten brought up like a number of times.
I signed boobs once.
I did too.
TwitchCon Germany.
I'm like, holy shit. What is wrong with you? You want this chicken scratch on there? I just can't even fathom what's like running through their. I mean, you want to pull on like the testosterone of a man and his fucking ego and everything that makes a man a man. Oh, brother, I'd be seeing red. I can't believe what these guys are doing on here. And then this FaZe Lacey thing is girls cheat on him, bro. Let me spit some game to y'all motherfuckers. All right, and if you're anything like me, no matter what. Even if I tell you the best advice that I promise you is 100% and absolutely true, you got to go figure this shit out on your own. Like, if somebody could tell me one thing, I'll be like, fuck you, brother. I'm going to go fall in that trap immediately just so I know myself. It might be impossible nowadays, but you got to find a girl that barely uses social media, bro. If your entire livelihood is built and based and earned off social media, I promise you, bro, you need a separation, church and state. Like, you need to have no blurred lines between the two of you. And it is really hard, I know, to find that. And I'm not saying that's one size fits all, and it's absolutely true. But I promise you, like, that part of your brain can sleep at night knowing that you are safe from the world and the internet and the scrutiny of all these fucking trolls and little kids. Because if she cares at all about the internet, it's just going to be a lot hard. And look, if you guys start dating, then all of a sudden she takes an interest in it. As long as you like trust and believe in the how real that relationship is, that's fine. Just fuck it, whatever. Like, I've seen this professional golfer, his name is Akshay. I always forget Bhatia. I always forget how to pronounce his name, but I've been following. He's like this lefty. Yeah. He's got a crazy swing. Everybody thinks he's next up. He just won an event. He got close to one another, whatever. But his girl, her TikTok came up my For You page because she's doing like day in the lives around like the PGA Tour, and hanging out with the other wives. Tony Finau's wife, they've got like 5 kids together. She makes really like cool TikToks when they did like a Nike gifting suite before the Masters. I'm like, I really enjoy watching this. But you cannot date an OnlyFans girl. Now, OnlyFans girls, don't get mad at me. I'm just saying it's kind of hard in my mind to justify. Yeah, fuck, I don't know, bro. You're young, have fun. It is what it is. But look,
bro, you're thinking from the mind of a 31-year-old.
I'm just looking. I'm saying don't look to settle down with one of these internet girls or internet guys, because you'll never really know how their brain is ticking if they're trying to make a living from the eyes and the engagement that they receive.
Wow.
And, you know, it's somebody's always going to have, they're going to weaponize everything, dude. This guy Clicks. I fuck with Clicks. I fuck with Jinxie. I hate to see them, you know.
Clicks. I beat Clicks 1v1 any day in Fortnite. He's washed.
So he's still like, bro, I see him. He wins. He's still like nasty.
Clicks don't win. Clicks, they're going to watch this, bro.
Did he win? Like,
Clicks barely beat me in a recent 1v1 for a Cypher video.
No, but dead ass, though. I just saw him win this. Like, maybe I'm a passenger princess and I'm not fucking really paying attention.
Win what?
He, like, NA fucking...
He maybe won, like, a cash cup or something. Clicks' whole thing is he hasn't won an FNCS yet, and that's why there's still a lot of hype to see if he...
Oh, he's never won, like, the big thing.
He's never... I'm, like, 99% sure he's never won the big thing.
Oh, but, wow. Yo, so Clicks his ass?
Yeah. Does Valorant have anything? I know they give a banner out when someone wins a championship event. It says, like, VCT winners. Do they have anything else that's like a... Is that the only thing in-game that they give?
I don't fucking know. I only check the store. They got Premiere. Yeah, I've seen
but like,
people with Premiere
example,
banners.
There's 11 FNCS pickaxes in the world when you win an FNCS.
No, so they don't do that.
You only get it for the 3 months you're an FNCS champion.
If you win Masters, for instance, there's actually a funny clip of Demon One and I forget who else was it. They were playing ranked, and they're like, "Oh wait, yo, what the fuck? Our Viper has like a Masters gun buddy. It's like this purple orb, and there's only a few of them in the world, obviously." And they're like, "Did he pick that up? Whose gun is that?" He's like, "Oh no, it's not my gun." And they're just perplexed. They're like, "How the fuck does this guy have this?" And all of a sudden, you hear like, whatever. It turns out it was Sick from Sentinels.
Oh, I did see this clip.
Like, "Hey guys,"
and he's like, "That was like the first time people had seen him back."
It's like, fucking, where's Waldo, dude? Wow. This guy was just on a,
he had a rough patch there, but it's cool that he's back.
I mean, it's cool to see him playing ranked.
Yeah,
but yeah, that fucking Champions Orb is sick,
dude. Imagine if they expand that a bit more. It's like you win a LAN or you win your region. Like, imagine when we won stage 1, our players then get access until the end of stage 2 to they're the only 5 in the world that have a melee weapon or a skin.
No, that'd be dope.
And then it goes away. And then you lose it when you're not on top. But that's how Fortnite works. Every season they pass the thing over. You know what else gets passed over? This really cool box, Matt. Open this up. I'm going to read this proud sponsor.
Unboxing?
We're doing an unboxing.
All
this
right.
is old Nadeshot style. This summer, Heineken Silver and Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine are teaming up to put bitter feuds aside over a crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with 2.9 carbs and 95 calories that has all the taste with no bitter endings. To cement this truce, we made the Best Bubs box, designed to be shared between you and your best bub.
Fanny pack.
Let this kit be your first step to ditching bitterness this summer. And hey, if we can make nice with Wolverine, you can make nice with your choice of light beer. Look at this. We've got a koozie. What else have we got? We got a fanny pack. These are all movie themed as well.
Oh, I thought these were matches. I'm like, yeah. That would make a lot of sense. Deadpool, a little arson or something.
We burned down.
We got a nice little chain here. Yo, this is actually pretty.
Is it like a heart chain where we each get half of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it?
I'm not going to open that.
Okay.
Funko Pop. Oh, there's all types of stuff in there.
It keeps going.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, we can hold some liquid in there.
Okay.
Just sneak in some Heineken into your local sporting event. Ooh, a little bucket hat.
Okay.
Let's see if it fits on your head.
Yeah, good luck.
Let's see if Heineken nailed it. Oh my God, one size fits all. Look at that. We got some Wolverine socks.
Do I look cool?
Listen, I'll say this. I am, there's a lot of people that are like, yo, Hugh Jackman, why did you come back to Wolverine? Logan was like the perfect ending. You should have not done it. I'm like, dude, fuck you. I have such a special place in my heart for the early 2000s X-Men movies because to me, the Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, I think it was like 2001 actually, X-Men. Oh my God, bro. And then I think it was X2 or maybe it was the original X-Men when he goes to the fucking school and then all the bad guys try to invade the school like in the middle of the night and he's talking to the Iceman in the kitchen and he's like, oh, shh, and he's like, stay here. And then all of a sudden, oh, bro, he puts his fucking beer down and then he's just walking through the house, just slaying people out in the dark. Oh, bro. I can't wait to see Hugh Jackman at least one more time in Deadpool.
Bro, in the reviews, there was like an advanced screening and I saw on Twitter, people were like, I've seen the first 40 minutes and that's all I got or 30 minutes. And they all say they love the movie. So do yourself a favor. Grab your best bub. Enjoy Heineken Silver responsibly. And be sure to enjoy Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine only in theaters July 26th. Major shout out to Heineken Silver for sponsoring this episode of the CouRage Nadeshot Show. As always, fantastic partners over there. I'm excited. No, I can't wait to see the movie. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been this excited to see anything superhero-y.
This is going to be a bad take because I'm still skeptical, but I'm not going to lie. The trailer for the new Captain America, I actually thought the trailer looked kind of good.
Yeah. I'm in.
No, I know. I just feel like Marvel's been getting a bad rap because, in the second stage of post-Avengers, Infinity War, and the Thanos, and there's been a lot of content. Like, I think Loki was really good, but to beyond that, there has been a lot of movies or shows that I've been really motivated to watch.
Yeah.
And I was just surprised. I'm like, what the fuck? Harrison Ford is in this? And I don't...
Isn't he the president?
I think so.
Yeah.
What's weird about the new Captain America is besides having the fucking wings, he don't actually have a superpower, right?
I don't think so.
I'm like, bro, they need to give him some juice, bro. Like, they need to do the same thing, bro. Find Howard Stark and give him the same treatment.
I need some juice. I would love that serum.
But seriously,
finally be able to dunk.
Well, I'm like, yo, okay, he could fly. What else? But that's only because the thing he's wearing. That's the only thing that I can't really wrap my head around.
We're gonna have to see the movie to figure it out.
Please, Marvel stans, don't be mad at me for saying that because I actually thought the trailer looked good, and I'm gonna watch it. I want to see this Longlegs movie. I won't see that in theaters, but
I saw it. It had like a
91%
massive opening up weekend too.
Yeah.
for R-rated horror movies.
This guy Nicolas Cage, you won't go away. I can't believe they canceled National Treasure 3, or maybe it was never actually official, but
it's okay.
Man, yeah. What's crazy is now that we got through one of the ad reads, all I kind of want to talk about is these fucking high school cafeteria bullshit, IRL shit. I can't believe I'm gripped, I'm locked into all this drama going on.
You're like, you got a popcorn bucket just watching?
Bro, my For You page is only FaZe clips.
Oh, their
just the FaZe house.
Yeah, I mean, dude, those. I actually envy, as being someone who's now 30. I look at it and I'm like, man, I remember at that age just being ready to go for anything like that, 14-hour streams, and now I'm like, there's really cool opportunities and other things that now have come up from this, in this life that take me away, like the thing I was filming the last 2 days. But man, these guys got never-ending energy. And when you're that hungry and you're on the come up there, like, it's infectious, bro.
Yeah,
it's
once
infectious.
you get that taste, man, you don't want to stop. If you're hardwired the right way.
Especially with how fickle these audiences can be. Like, there's so much out there. There's so many people you're competing with that you just want to go, if you go away, even in that short time frame, for a very short time, you'd be surprised how many people will just move on, especially in this For You page era, especially in this always being served new things.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy.
The internet's moving quick. Yo, we got to talk about this Donald Trump attempted assassination.
Bro,
we have to.
Did you see that animation someone put out?
Yes, the AI head molding, and it showed the angle. Go ahead.
That shit was crazy.
They basically, we might even be able to overlay it on the video. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. But they AI modeled and rendered like the angle of which, because I didn't even know that there were multiple bullets fired, but they showed Donald Trump as he turned his head, the bullet coming in and grazing his ear like it did. And if his head was turned straight on, like talking towards the crowd with the microphone, it would have been lights out.
Yeah, I saw something of basically he wanted to go off his like script and reference some graphic that they had made, which was only going to go up on the big screen. So he goes like, pull this thing back up, and it gets pulled up. So he goes to reference the big screen, which was right back here. And that's what made him turn his head. Now, again, I'm just speaking from the things that I've seen and the things that I haven't done my own deep dive of research. I'm not stating everything as fact, but that's what I interpret why he turned his head to that back angle. Like, dude, imagine I don't know if I've ever lived in a life moment in my whole 30 years where I feel like I went to an alternate timeline. Like the whole world just went to an alternate timeline.
Definitely split off like in the multiverse.
By millimeters. The whole world is changed.
I was streaming at the time. People were like, somebody just shot Trump. I'm like, you get those comments all the time, like, Kanye died. I'm like, okay, I know that's not true.
Yeah.
Kanye never died. And then I go and look, and it's actually real. And I kind of just carried about my business for a couple hours, and everybody's coming to my chat. Oh, Trump, 140 Phantom moment, 140 Phantom. I'm like, we haven't heard that joke now 12 times in the last hour. But I got off stream, and my wife was like, what should we turn on TV? And I'm like, I feel like we got to turn on the news.
Yeah.
This is probably this will be written in history books for decades and centuries to come.
100%.
Like this is an attempted assassination on a former president and the Republican nominee. Like, we have to watch this. And I just couldn't believe that we were watching it unfold. And everybody wants to say, oh, the crazy times we live in, and millennials, we've had to go through so much, with the rise of the internet, 9/11, so many COVID, yada yada yada. I think every generation at some point or another is going to just say, crazy times we live in. It's like there's just never been a calm moment in history. Maybe for a few months, maybe a year or two, but I don't think it's just us, man. Like, can you imagine being in the fucking 30s and dealing with the Great Depression and then World War II? I mean, maybe our parents, Gen Z, or the boomers, they had the Vietnam War, the Cold War.
Bro, when I was in Italy, my mom was telling me a story about my great-grandma on my grandma's side. Actually, it was my grandma. She was like a few years old during the Depression, and she remembered thinking, wow, we are so lucky because they ate sweet rolls for dinner. And she was like, we're the luckiest family in the world because that was the cheapest thing that her father, my great-grandfather, could buy because they were in the Great Depression. But as a 3-year-old or 4-year-old kid, or whatever it was, she just remembers eating like sweet rolls for dinner.
That's
like
crazy.
5 nights a week because like that was all they could afford, which is just absurd to think about.
Yeah, I can't believe Trump. I mean, that man is a true entertainer. That man just understands the world and perception. For Trump to be able to like stand up and have the mindset like, USA, USA. I mean, this guy.
You gotta. It's like in that moment, you gotta know what it's going to be shared. It's like you got to be strong, look strong. It's important to his base. It's important to, you can hear on the mic, be like, I think you can hear him reference like, let me put my shoes on. Like when because he gets tackled by the Secret Service, his shoes literally come off. And then you hear like in the audio, like, let me get my shoes up. Like, dude, it's crazy how in that moment where you're probably having it, like he's probably having an out of body experience. Like, is this even happening? You know, how in that moment it's like, you're so spacey. You're like, let me put my shoes on. It's like, dude, and everyone, you know, you have those moments where you're like, is this really happening in life? Like, if you get in a car, I know when I got rear-ended, my car got totaled when I was at that light. You kind of have this moment where I don't know if you felt this. So I'm sure most people do, where it's like, is this happening like for real right now, or am I dreaming this? Like, you've got everyone there has got to be feeling that in that first couple seconds, and then it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on right now, dude?
I can't wait for that one YouTube comment that's gonna. Did Jack just compare Trump getting shot in the ear to getting rear-ended in traffic?
Yeah.
No, but I know exactly what you mean.
But they're that out-of-body experience
for
moment.
sure. No, first of all, I completely agree with you. Like, it's there's not many times where your body truly has to feel fight or flight, and your adrenaline reaching that type of level where your body instinctually is just doing everything to keep you alive and aware and just as lucid as possible in the situation that you're living. Every sense is heightened. I get it.
Bro, those photographers though, that from that first moment where it's like showing him speaking on stage, and you realize something begins to happen, and you see that first photographer immediately like jump up and move towards like the line of where the firing's coming from, just to be able to get those photos of him.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude. Photographers in that moment, you have to document it obviously, but that was crazy to see too.
It was really bizarre timing because the day after, I didn't realize that movie Civil War that came out last year was about like press photographers following the Civil War that was breaking out all over the United States. So to see like all these unbelievable like historical photos taken of Trump at that rally, to then watch that movie, I'm like, this is just bizarre timing that this is when we decided to watch this. I had no idea. I thought it was just like, we're gonna watch the Civil War unfold, and all of a sudden I see Kirsten fucking Dunst, or what's her name? Kirsten Dunst,
right?
Sorry.
Yeah,
taking
she's
photos
pissed watching this
for a 2-hour movie of them following this war. Yeah, whoa. See, it's fucking. Things are not what they seem, brothers.
I joined Discord. I said it, and my friends in Discord are like, shut the fuck up, dude. What are you saying? I'm like, here. The way I found out it happened was BL Fire tweeted, did Trump just get shot?
BL Fire? No
That's
way.
what I saw. That was the first thing I saw.
Bro, and then right after it happened, I went into the bathroom in the middle of a Valorant game, take a piss. I was just standing up whizzing, and I refreshed my Instagram page, and it's fucking Clicks, dude. I don't know why Clicks is such a big part of this podcast today, but he did a live reaction that he uploaded about the Trump shooting, and I'm like, dude, what timeline am I truly living in? He's like, man, this fucking box fight is crazy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, brother?
In like a 5-minute window, Asmongold was on his alternate stream playing some game, and then like went from 20,000 viewers to like 60K in 4 minutes. Hassan went from like 20,000 viewers to 95,000 in 4 minutes. Bro, that was crazy to see just how people flocked. People want to see reactions, get involved, and that's how how people mainly digested that day. They didn't open the news. They opened Asmongold on his alt stream reacting to an assassination attempt. This episode is also brought to you by the 100 Thieves Summer Block Party, which is back again on Saturday, August 3rd. We appreciate all the support and excitement from last year's event and are thrilled to host our fans once again at the 100 Thieves compound. You can expect many fun things like custom-wrapped Lexus and 100 Thieves vehicles, where we're partnering to show you a new fleet of 100 Thieves Lexus collaborative designs of the cars. Also, there will be an exclusive 100 Thieves apparel collection with 100% of the proceeds going to charity. We'll also have a booth where you can bring your 100 Thieves primary jersey and customize it with your name. You do not want to miss out. It's going to be going on all day. Doors open at 12 p.m. There's going to be food trucks, a bar, a LAN party with many other surprises going on as well. And for our 21 plus attendees, there's going to be DJs and musical guests and lots of dancing at night. So this is an all day extravaganza. Make sure to go pick up your tickets before they sell out, because I'm going to tell you right now, they will.
When we were talking about IRL streaming and React streaming earlier, I wanted to tell you, thank you, Activision. And Robert Taylor, you're my dog, for inviting me I got invited to DC for the COD Next event to play Black Ops 6. And, we've got the move coming up. We just went to Seth's wedding in Italy, and I came back, got sick. Gracie's doing a lot of growing right now. Like, she was a little late on her rolling over milestone, but just in the last like week since we got back from Italy, she's now rolling over on her own. She's hit a few other milestones. Like, she's really growing. But I had to I streamed 12 hours a day every day last week because we wanted to quarantine and just stay away. And now Haley and I are sleeping in the same bed again.
Yeah.
I'm past all the sickness and everything. It's great. But now we have the move coming up.
Yep.
And I just didn't and cannot fly to Washington, D.C. just for a day to play Call of Duty. And I'm like, even if I wasn't this busy, it kind of makes sense in my head. I'm like, why would I go there to play it when I can just pull up Symphony's fucking stream and watch him play it? I'm like, this is just good business. So I'm literally just going to react to all of these guys playing it. Hopefully I don't say that now and then they DMCA my shit.
I'm sure clips will begin to surface. People like, yo, watch what Seth did here, or whoever's going. Watch what this person did here.
I don't think that I can do that, right? I can just watch somebody play.
I have no idea. I got invited to, and I said the same. Jesus Christ, what the fuck, yo?
Man, this place is falling apart. Somebody go live, bro.
I thought the same thing, bro. I have 4 trips to the East Coast for weddings coming up, and I was like, I just can't justify another.
You got 4 fucking weddings, bro? How many friends do you have?
I have my friend Sam's wedding, and I'm also going to a Yankee game for that trip. Lauren and I are going for our first Yankee game. Hyped about that.
Turn up.
I don't know if this is allowed to be said, but there's the YouTube Creator Summit is in New York City. I got invited to that. Very grateful. I'm also doing my friend Dan's wedding for that. My cousin Matt gets married in October. We just did the Europe trip. If it was in LA, I'd be at Call of Duty next. But I told Robert, I'm like, brother, I'm so grateful, but I also know I would go there and I'd stream it on YouTube, and I'd have like 1,800 viewers watching me play Black Ops 6 because people would be watching all the Call of Duty streamers play it. And I'd be like, why am I out here right now?
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of excited to live in Texas, just so if there's like an event that I want to go to, it's not like a fucking 5-6 hour flight. It'd only be like,
I mean, there's
2 to 3 max, depending on where I go.
Yeah, there's obviously, I mean, that was my thing I was thinking about yesterday. It was like, I do still love, there have been so many life opportunities and things that have come up where I'm just put to the top because I am one of the rare Fortnite streamers who's based out of Los Angeles, where I know I would say yes to so many less things if I had to fly.
Yeah.
But there's still things where I'm like, all right, the thing I did the last couple of days, that was awesome because I was just here, so I was able to do it and stuff like that.
Black Ops 6 is going to be really interesting because there was a clip a couple weeks ago where Kenny was doing the podcast with the rest of the Optic Pro team, and he was talking about the fact that omnidirectional movement would need to be toggled off. He thought it was just too overpowered. Like, you could jump down a staircase looking backwards and shoot with like 100% accuracy, and so many situations from like a professional competitive, integrity perspective that it just doesn't make any sense. And then Maddox, who's the GOAT, I'm glad they're taking a big swing with Black Ops 6. This fly is flying all over.
Watch this.
There's no way you get it.
That would have been crazy, though.
But they came out, and it's kind of weird timing. I wonder if it was like just topical for the interviewer to ask the question because maybe they saw that clip, but they confirmed that omnidirectional movement is not a setting. It is a core mechanic that is a foundational part of the game. You cannot turn it on or off. So,
and they said it's coming to Warzone, I think, too. Like, that's part of their plan.
I think it needs to. Yeah. You can't have like this big of a change to the game and then have Black Ops 6 with people flying around like Max Payne and then people just slide canceling it with cinder blocks in their feet all over Warzone.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited actually to watch the footage from COD Next and then for the beta to inevitably come out. I'm not sure if they've confirmed a beta, but they always do one.
Or it's I think August 30th through September 6th is the early access.
Turn up.
Being a Game Pass subscriber, and then I think there's like the 9th through 12th or 6th through 9th is like for everyone, like an open beta.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Definitely got a lot of content there. I was talking to Mason about it. He's like, yeah, I was like, dang, that seems like a long beta. He's like, no, Call of Duty betas are always a week long. And he's like, by day 5, you're like, what the hell am I doing? Because you're capped at like level 20. You've played the same 3 maps 412 times, and you're live for your 4th 12-hour day.
Yeah.
Or 5th 12-hour day.
I doubt everybody feels the same as I do. And maybe it's just because I didn't spend a lot of time gaming over the last 7 years. But I feel like everything is right in the world when I'm still looking forward to a new COD release. Like, it's probably one of the most constants, one of the biggest constants millennials and now Gen Z have had in their life. Like, okay, you know, all may be wrong in the world and people getting shot at, motherfuckers getting cheated on stream. It's, but at least we got a new COD coming every November.
Yeah,
October.
especially, and there is a difference in a new COD coming for me mentally when I know it's a Treyarch Call of Duty with a full development cycle versus like
beyond
a last-minute Sledgehammer thing or a last-minute Infinity Ward, thing. Because the moment I played Modern Warfare 2 early at Infinity Ward, and I've talked about this on podcasts before, I was like, "What the hell is this?" But like the Warzone 2 thing when they made all those terrible changes and the
Warzone 2 changes were tough.
They deflated, all the momentum COD had for that bit of time.
Well, you can't give people what they think they want because they don't actually know what they want at the end of the day. It's so hard, I would think it's probably the toughest time in history to be a dev in a major publisher because there's just so many opinions flying around the room. Like, you really need to have somebody that has conviction, that understands the community, to be like weeding through the decisions that need to be made for the game to be a success. And it's funny. It's like you definitely didn't mean it this way, but there's really no benefit for people to compliment studios or dev teams when they do something right. People are always just going to, feed off the negativity and the things that are wrong with the game. But I actually think, and if you haven't played the game a lot, and maybe we just have different tastes, I would just be careful and thinking like, yo, Nadeshot, you're off the fucking henny. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I think Sledgehammer actually did a phenomenal job with MW3. I think the downfall of MW3 was them recycling the old MW2 2009 maps. Like, everybody was excited for it at first, the nostalgia, whatever. But these maps were not made for the slide canceling and the advanced movement and tools you have to yourself at your fingertips nowadays. But I'm telling you, from what I played on Valorant with all the customization, and then you got this Call of Duty community who's got like the old heads who played fucking hardcore TDM, like, this is a military simulator. We don't want all this bullshit. I don't want a gingerbread man flying around like we had in AW. Brother, all of a sudden it went from like, we don't have anything in the store to now they have some of the best operators and camos that I have seen in any video game to date. Beyond the core maps, the game itself was actually a lot of fun to play. Oh, yeah. Everything. They started bringing out new modes, like Get High. I've never seen Call of Duty take a topical mini game that was popular and prevalent with streamers, and obviously Fortnite's got creator mode where people can make this shit in a day, so they had it right away. But them to have Get High where they scaled this whole thing, and then they brought out weapon camos as Easter eggs if you collected a certain amount of things in it. I have been astounded by what Sledgehammer has been able to do and Raven Software to make this game comparable to all the other options that you have in the gaming industry. I think bro, some of the best maps that I played in Call of Duty in a long time. Like, I got on this game on a whim after the X-Defiant Urge kind of settled out. And I got on because the Car 98, they added in and they made it one of the best guns for Warzone and multiplayer. It was like a true quick scoping experience. Yeah. They added a new map called Paris and Tokyo. And no bullshit, bro, if that Paris map reminded me of like an MW3 2011 map where it was so simple, so much fun to play. If that map had Search and Destroy on it, bro, we would be playing it competitively to this day. Or like 2v2 game battles. Yeah. Tokyo was great. Like, they have actually made like a comprehensive Call of Duty offering, and people's brains are just warped. Like, nobody likes anything anymore, so nobody talks about it. You guys might think I sound like a fucking corporate shill, but compared to what I was playing like 5-6 years ago, MW3 was actually pretty fun, and they did a good job.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing from a Call of Duty player and someone outside looking in is I would love, and I know I'm spoiled with Fortnite, but I do think that the one thing I would love from a live service update perspective, especially from a BR perspective, is just the Call of Duty season updates still feel like just to sell another battle pass versus like, whoa, there is something a bit more substantial here from like a update perspective.
I agree with that. The updates that we've seen from the season pass and the new seasons, you're right.
Like dude, imagine for you on Call of Duty if Fortnite changes. Like, and don't get me wrong, Fortnite's insane, but like, dude, when there's a new season update, the whole community rallies around it. People are staying up all night for it. We got to see this, and then it's like, still to this day, a Call of Duty season update. It's just missing just that little bit of extra oomph. Like, dude, imagine your stream if the Call of Duty season was crazy. You'd be overnight stream, planning the whole thing, waiting for downtime, going live, and boom, imagine the game just changed, because that's what Fortnite's updates are.
No, I honestly, I agree with you. Like, the season passes, they kind of scratch an itch for me, because the Battle Pass actually had like wildly different aesthetics, and it had their own theme from a customization standpoint. And I know that's not enough, and not everybody likes customization the way that I do. But you're right. Like, the meta didn't change at all for like, what's the small map? Jesus, what's the name of it for Warzone? Prison.
Well, I call it Alcatraz from that, or whatever it was.
Rebirth? Yeah, Rebirth. Like, I tune in and I watch Symphony and TP every morning still playing it. And me, Octane, and Scump had like a nice couple week run, but you're right, bro. They just don't change enough.
Here's my take. Every Warzone season, the meta for the best weapons, if it's from a season to season update, should never be the same.
I agree.
Like, they should just put the previous meta weapons, pummel them to the ground, and force the community to use new things. If guns are considered content, they need to just completely, find a way. And it's obviously a bit tough, but like, I think that would be something that would be really, really cool to see.
What's bizarre now too is that when I watch all this shit going on with like the World Series of Warzone, it just really does like make a very big contrast of like people are in such different places in their lives. Like, when all the focus is on this IRL streaming shit, and then you have people like still grinding World Series of Warzone when there's not really that many people watching Warzone or playing it the way that they used to. And I do feel like that we're like living multiple timelines. Like, battle royales and video games just aren't what people care about right now. And I don't think that will always remain the same. It's hard to predict the future when you're living in it.
Yeah.
But it's just the ebbs and flows of the internet. Right now, gaming is going to feel stale at times. And it's like, I always see clips or comments like, gaming just isn't what it used to be. I'm like, I don't think that's the case. It might feel that way right now, but we're in this weird place where you only get a new release from like an established like AAA dev studio or a random indie game that pops off, but like there's really no in between. And game development is super expensive. It takes a long time to build games. Maybe that will change with like AI, and I know that's not a good thing for the workforce and people that rely on jobs to take care of their families and everything. But the next 10 years really are going to be fucking bizarre. And I don't know how it's going to all play out.
Are you going to still be 40 waiting for COD releases? That's my plan.
There ain't no way I won't be.
Yeah.
There's no chance. Unless Activision fucks something up really bad and
I had this conversation.
Screws the pooch.
I had this conversation just because there's been the Ninja clips of talking about potentially alluding towards retirement, being a bit drained on the internet and social media. Like, before I just fully retire from streaming, I'm just going to not care at all and become a World of Warcraft and League of Legends streamer and stream more than I ever have.
Yeah.
And also probably be happier than I have ever been in my life, but just not care about anything from a view perspective. But like, I don't think I'd ever, I don't know where my future fully is. Like, and I think that that's okay. And I've come to terms with that of like, I think I plan to be a streamer for a long time.
Right.
But I probably won't be that streamer that's chasing and trying to chase the meta and this like I've been in my career so far. But yeah, like I wouldn't mind being 40 and just like playing World of Warcraft 12 hours a day.
That'd be lit. I mean, that's what I always plan on doing for my, like when I was in a nursing home. Because I've always wanted to play it, but I know I'd be addicted to it. We've talked about it before, but yeah. The world works in mysterious ways, and so does the internet, brother. Time escapes no one.
You streaming today?
Well, I was actually going to go home. My wife has been wanting to film our anniversary's coming up. It's July 21st. And she wanted to, we've been talking about filming some YouTube videos. We want to talk about the wedding, basically. Going to Seth's wedding, it was so beautiful. And that's the cool part about getting married is like when you go to weddings after the fact, as long as things are going well in the marriage, like it just, you just feel closer. It reminds you of your special day. And
yeah,
we've never really shared the wedding video with anybody. And it's a beautiful video. Now that we've got Gracie and the first anniversary and we're starting the next chapter of our lives, moving to Texas, kind of just want to sit down and talk about it. So probably going to film that and then go live because I got to watch party this 100 Thieves battle versus Sentinels. I feel like we've now played them like 10,000 times. And now with everything on the line.
It's like there's 4 teams in the league. That's what it feels like. And we just start facing Sentinels for the 25th time.
It does feel like our destiny is intertwined. And what's crazy is that yesterday they had Curry scrimming in place of Saucy because I guess his dog passed away 2 days ago, which is just fucking terrible. I know you just went through that. Rest in peace, Marty. So I don't know if he's going to be playing or not. We don't know what's going on, but either way, man, it's going to be a manic hour and a half.
If it's only an hour and a half, that's a fast match.
Is it, you think? I mean,
is it a best of 3?
Yeah, but they had fucking tech pauses on stage the other day with Sentinels that lasted like 45 fucking minutes.
Tech pause.
I guess the audio wasn't working. EU said he barely had audio for like an entire map versus loud.
Really?
And I'm like, well, how come Sentinels got to... They told him that there's nothing they could do, keep playing. And meanwhile, we're on Sentinels on stage. They took like an hour-long pause to try to figure it out. I'm like, are we not complaining hard enough?
We got to send you there, bro. You'll get it sorted. You'll complain enough.
I know. I got to stream.
True. You got to run the mads, baby. Get them subs. Guys, if someone watches us, go gift Matt 5 subs.
That'd be
Thanks.
lit.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Thanks, man. Are you streaming today?
I'm back. I'm streaming today, streaming tomorrow, and then I am the minister and one of my good friend, Alec, my little fraternity brother, his wedding Friday and Saturday in Santa Monica. So that's
Wait, you're calling the wedding?
I am. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today.
Married.
Oh, and what a play by Alec as he places the ring on her finger. Shout out Alec and Julia. I'm very excited. So that's Friday and Saturday.
Holy shit. I'm kind of glad that I
already know where you're going with this, bro.
have terrible social skills.
I knew it.
Just love to sit at home. I always thought, because no bullshit, this is a real thought. You would always get on the podcast, we'd be hanging out. You're like, oh, I got to go back home for this bachelor party. It seemed like every fucking week. I'm like, dude, how many friends this guy got? Nobody invited me to one of those. Like, man, that's definitely my problem. That's definitely my fault. Then I realized, I'm like, dude, this is great. I don't get invited to nothing. I just stay at home. Nobody fucking bothers me. I'm on my own little vacuum. It's, I love it. After going to Italy for a week, dealing with what we dealt with, bro, I got on like 6 different trains with 6 bags, a baby. I'm fucking carrying the passports. I got all this responsibility.
Hey, but when we were there, we had fun.
No, I definitely had a good time. Like, Italy was great, but holy shit, man. It's great to be back to my Toto bidet, my fucking AC working in my room. Food. I mean, the food was good in Italy. How the fuck with Italy?
Hey, was your room at least cold? The one that I gave you for that night, you had to stay the extra night?
Oh, yeah.
Right,
that was a great shout.
Good.
But yeah, good luck, bro. Good luck having all them friends.
Yeah,
I promise you, it ain't all it's
I'm
cracked
not a great
up
friend, but I try to keep up.
I mean, if I got invited to many things as you do, I would have came down with the plague or something. No, sorry, brother. I got the black lung.
Well, that reminds me. Moss, I'm sorry I can't make your wedding next weekend in Baltimore. I already told you I can't go.
Why?
Because I have too much shit going on, bro. I love Moss, but I already sent him a nice gift. Don't worry. He's fine. The yacht he got is good. Imagine. That'd be crazy.
Imagine having Bezos money.
That'd be so much fun. First thing I'd do is pay off Nathan to just go play World of Warcraft every day and and live my dream, bro. I got you. Guys, this is going to do it for the CouRage Nadeshot Show episode. Matt's going to go watch Party Sentinels. I've got to go play Fortnite. Shout out to our incredible partners in Heineken Silver. Go watch Deadpool and Wolverine only in theaters July 26th.
And buy the jersey.
And buy the 100 Thieves Champs jersey.
If you like it.
And if there's
I like
tickets
it a lot.
left for the block party, go buy those too.
Ooh, baby, I love your way. I'm going to get up on stage and sing. That's on my birthday, by the way, August 3rd.
They're blowing you a cake. What? What did I just say?
Well, they're blowing me and then getting me a cake?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, my God. It's going to be a wild
Wait,
party.
let's see if I have a crazy mark on my forehead from this bucket hat. Do I?
Nah, bro, you look good.
See, you're not a real homie if you tell me I look good when I look like shit.
No, you look great, man. I think... Holy shit, is that Ben Affleck?
Shit, I wish. Damn. What did I see recently? Oh, have you been watching House of the Dragon?
No, I'm waiting for all the episodes to compile up.
I hate this dude, bro.
Nah, because we were watching fucking Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal. Waiting week to week is like getting punched in the dick. I'm just getting edged 24/7.
See, I've been kind of loving the waiting again for House of the Dragon.
No, I hated this shit. I hate waiting.
I just look so forward to each Sunday now.
That's cool, man. I fucking hate Sunday.
Oh.
You know what comes around the bend? Monday. Then you know what comes after that?
That arc is come and gone for you. You're back to days not meaning anything.
I'm not going to talk about that in front of our incredible employees, but
yeah.
I have been kind of in the mix again where I don't know what day of the week it is,
Yeah,
and it's
bro.
nice. Every day, no bullshit, I get skeptical because, like, I'll go to bed, I'm, like, laying in bed, and I'm like, am I really going to get up at the crack of dawn tomorrow just play Valorant? I'm like, there's got to be a catch here. There's some I'm forgetting. And there was last week. I totally biffed it. I missed like the only meeting that I have, like standing meeting every bi-weekly, every 2 weeks on Thursdays at 8:30 in the morning. I shit you not. Somebody put a comment in there. Yo, how do you stream so much? Don't you have meetings with 100 Thieves? I'm like, dude, I did that for 7 years. We're trying this new thing where I'm streaming. I go to the bathroom 5 minutes later, and I get a vibrate in my pocket. I pull it out, 8:30 call. I'm like, well, it's 8:29 right now. There's no way I'm making that.
GG go next.
And then I proceeded to fucking lose like 57 RR in the hours following, and I'm like, man, that was a lot of time wasted.
I got to get a game that I'm just excited to play every day.
Dude.
Because I tell you right now, I look forward to the banter with the boys when I sign on Fortnite, but I'm not necessarily excited to play right now.
I don't know what it is, man, but you gotta just like take pride in your Valorant rank, because this game to me is like crack. I don't know what it is. I just want to fucking hit Radiant one day, and it's like the only, like, I just fixate on it. So
What do you know? Ascendant 3? Ascendant 2?
Yeah, bro, these guys cucked me. I was 1 RR away from fucking... listen to this shit.
Yeah.
I was 1 RR away from Immortal.
Yep.
Okay? I go into a match.
Yep.
I'm like the second best performer on my team, like fourth in the game, 13-15 OT loss. They take 21 RR away from me. Bro, then like 2 games from now, I drop like 30 kills. We win 13-7. I match MVP. You know how much RR they gave me? 16. And I had 2 Immortals on the other team. I'm not going to do this. I do this with my stream every day.
Okay.
It's fucking stupid. But yeah, bro, I mean, I've climbed a lot faster. I've only been playing the game for like 2.5 weeks, and I'm definitely better than I was. But they do such a good job of like balancing you out. Like you'll win like 4 games in a row, and you're like, everything is sunshine and rainbows. How could we lose? And then all of a sudden, you're just getting fucking teabagged, shit slammed, 13-0.
Losers queue.
Yeah, it's just the worst.
That's Riot Games matchmaking for you. Did it for 10 years in League of Legends and a lot of therapy.
And then these fucking stream snipers, bro, you pussies. Don't come to the fucking summer block party.
Yeah, stream snipers, y'all don't come, but everyone else should.
Jerks.
Don't come. Thanks for watching, guys.
I can't
Love
come,
you all.
brothers. I can't do it.
Next
Even
time,
if I tried.
Maybe we'll have another episode before you move.
For sure. What the fuck? Yeah, I pray to God.
I mean, we haven't done an episode since you got.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I'm ready to go. They say be here at 8 a.m. I'm here. Look
that
at
is
me.
true. I'm always ready to go. I just kind of get told, hey, we got to film a podcast.
Yeah, every day. Actually,
let's just blame Tanner.
No, I'm down to blame Tanner. We got to talk about it though, because like every time somebody contacts me, which is my own fault. I mean, I'm still technically the CEO, so I don't know why the fuck I'm bitching. I'm like, every time there's so much urgency around filming this episode of the CouRage Nadeshot Show, I'm like, hey, Sailor. Yo, I'm ready. Like, I'm down. I love the CouRage Nadeshot Show. I'm ready to record more episodes, but so just let me know when to be here. I'm down.
Because these guys are slackers.
I can't wait to hear the popping in this audio, bro, and fucking blow a gasket. No, Tanner will. Oh, yeah, there you go, Nathan. All right, guys, we'll see you.